Guess what time it is? Mama's story time. Yay! Hello, my darlings. Welcome to story time. Today we've got another one of our Sunday specials, and we're reading more stories from Book of Mormon stories. Go back and watch numbers 1, 2, and 3 because this one's number 4. Let's get started. The Lord wanted Lehi's sons to have wives who would teach their children the gospel. He told Lehi to send his sons back to Jerusalem to get Ishmael's family. So Ishmael was somebody that Lehi knew. Nephi and his brothers returned to Jerusalem. They told Ishmael what the Lord wanted them to do. Ishmael believed them, and he and his family went with Lehi's sons. While they were traveling in the wilderness, Laman and Lemuel and some of Ishmael's family became angry. They wanted to go back to Jerusalem. Nephi reminded Laman and Lemuel of all the things the Lord had done for them. He told them to have greater faith. They were angry at Nephi, but they didn't go back to Jerusalem. Nephi, his brothers, and Zoram later married Ishmael's daughters. So they all got married. The Lord told Lehi to continue his journey. The next morning, Lehi found a brass ball called the Liahona outside his tent. Can you say that? Liahona. Very good. It pointed the way to go in the wilderness, so it's like a compass for them. It's going to tell them which way they should go. Lehi's family gathered food and seeds and packed their tents. They travelled through the wilderness for many days, following the directions of the Liahona. It's pointing them like an arrow. Nephi and his brothers used bows and arrows to hunt for food as they travelled. Oh, look. Have you used a bow and arrow before? Mama has. It's good fun. Nephi's steel bow broke, and his brothers' bows lost their strength. The brothers could not kill any animals, so everyone was hungry. They had nothing to eat. Laman and Lemuel were angry. Again? Oh dear. Nephi made a wooden bow and asked his father where he should go to hunt. Lehi received directions in the Liahona. Nephi followed the directions and found some animals. The Liahona worked only when Lehi's family were faithful, diligent, and obedient. So if they're not being those things, the Liahona doesn't show them which way to go. Nephi returned with the animals he had found. Everyone was happy to get food. They were so hungry. They were sorry they had been angry, and they thanked God for blessing them. Travelling through the wilderness, it wasn't easy. Oftentimes, Lehi's family was tired, they were hungry, and they were thirsty. They're travelling through the desert. Ishmael died, and his daughters were sad. They complained against Lehi. Laman and Lemuel also complained. They did not believe that the Lord had spoken to Nephi. They wanted to kill Lehi and Nephi and go back to Jerusalem. They want to kill them. The voice of the Lord spoke to Laman and Lemuel. It told them not to be angry with Lehi and Nephi. Laman and Lemuel repented. They were sorry. Lehi's family continued their difficult journey. God helped them and strengthened them. Lots of children were born. Lehi and Sariah had 2 more sons named Jacob and Joseph. After travelling in the wilderness for 8 years, that's a very long time, Lehi's family arrived at the seashore. They found fruit and honey, and they called the place Bountiful. I bet they're happy to finally get to the seashore. So far, we've followed Lehi and his family. They've lived in Jerusalem, and the Lord told Lehi, you've got to leave Jerusalem, take your family and go. because Jerusalem's going to be destroyed because it's so wicked. So Lehi takes his family and they go into the wilderness. And after 8 years, they make it to the seashore. I wonder what happens next. We'll have to wait and see and find out. Make sure you catch the next exciting episode of Book of Mormon stories. I've got some videos today of when we have the missionaries over. The missionaries are young men who at the age of about 18 go away and leave their family for 2 years to go somewhere in the world, anywhere in the world where they're called to go, and they go and teach people about Jesus Christ. And so our missionaries that we have here, we have them over for dinner. So we've got some videos of that. We've got some videos of some nice quiet activities we do on a Sunday sometimes. Here they are.
The more we have the Holy Ghost in our lives, the more blessed that we will be, because we'll have our Heavenly Father's love influence on us. And I say this in Sunday in the name of Jesus.
Okay, so who here knows what me and Elder Nelson do? Who here knows what missionaries do?
To teach and preach and work as missionaries do. Eu quiero ser missionario quando eu crescer pouco mais. Espero estar bem preparado para pregar tal como o missionário faz. It may not be on the mountain's height or over the stony seas. It may not be at the battle's front.
Well, my darlings, did you like those videos? I love them. Now I'm going to show you some photos, and these are wedding photos of the people that have already been married in our family. We know that families can be together forever through Heavenly Father's plan. I'll show you some of the happiest days of our lives. Well, my darlings, I hope you've enjoyed our Sunday special and our Book of Mormon story today. You have a wonderful day. Until I see you again, remember, be good for Mum and Dad, and what? Kind to each other. I love you, my darlings. Bye.